and I'm whacking the things. We'll think about it, David. We'll figure something out. All right.
Whack, whack. Oh, well, I was going to say...
Welcome back, one and all. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart. We define wholesome a little differently here, and my guests span everywhere from the adult industry to the vanilla side of humanity. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Word of mouth is what helps this podcast grow. So share with a friend, leave a comment, download an episode, or anything you can to help with the algorithm. I release episodes every Monday, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss an episode. You don't want to miss out on all the crazy conversations that evolve here. But that's enough from me, and let's get to today's guest. Look at me. I remembered to press record on the sound this episode. Anyway, but yeah, it's funny because then even sometimes when I listen to it back, like it sounds different here, but then hearing it also edited and played back sounds even different.
Is this okay?
No.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Are you comfy there? You want to be able to chill back? How you feel comfy?
Are you comfy? If I'm comfy, I'm going to be sitting like this.
Do it. I shift around so much during this. I'm always whacking the mic. Don't worry if you do whack the mic. David's used to it. He might even give you a little pimp hat.
I get a pimp hat?
You want to smack it? You want a pimp hat?
I want a pimp hat.
All right. David, you got to give her a pimp hat.
How?
So you got to slap it. 3, 2, 1, pimp slap.
I pimped it?
Just. No, you got to backhand it like a pimp.
Like that?
Bitch, where my money at?
Where's my money?
You're adorable.
We're totally wholesome today.
Yes. So, on that note, welcome back to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. I am your host, Molly Stewart, and today I have with me Tina. I can never say her last name, and so, here we are. I think you're just still in my phone with your full name. So from like the last time that you changed phones, it updated because you used to just be Tina, and now it updated to like your full legal name.
Christina Maria Lizniak?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's like a Z in there, and so my brain can't compute it. I'm like, Zhejanelnik. That's not it.
That was pretty good though.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, so say pleasure.
Pleasure.
Did you catch that? Je,
Mm-hmm.
pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Pleasure.
Now say je,
Je.
le,
Yeah.
jniak.
Jelejnak.
Jelejniak.
Jelejnak.
Perfect.
Yay.
That's it. That's my name.
And so would you like to tell everybody who you are, or would you like me to introduce you, my dear?
Introduce me, and then I will fix whatever you say weird.
Perfect. Well, Tina is one of my nearest and dearest friends. We've known each other for about
over two
years now. Yeah, because we met. Oh God, right before actually the
COVIDs.
Yes, the nightmare that was Corona. But getting to meet you was so fun. You're actually like the first person I shot with in clothes. Like I was trying, like I had a brain fart because I'm trying to think of the last time before I shot with you for the first time that I shot with full clothing on, and I couldn't, it drew a blank. So I actually met you through my boyfriend, who was also shooting for you at the time. And she runs a clothing company out of California for mostly like yoga and like fit lifestyle, brand, if that is kind of
you were gonna wear it.
What do you want me to wear? I'll do it right now.
You want me to go grab one?
Mm-hmm.
I take this off?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. She'll be right back.
It's too funny.
We'll just cut and I'll be in the new. We're gonna cut, David. Bam! Oh my God, how did it change? But this actually kind of proves the point of, especially, I feel like when I first met you, a lot of like the workshop stuff was very focused on yoga and primarily just yoga and like the whole yogi community. But you've branched out a lot further, I feel like, into trying to make stuff that's more like livable you know, could be workout, but not necessarily the sole focus, just something that's kind of like vibrant and unique because you're the artist for everything. So any of the art that you see on the workshop page, David, you can throw some of the cool stuff up here. I'll show you where to go. You're the artist for all of it. So how do you get like the design inspirations and things like that? Because you always have like new creative stuff that you're like sending me previews of.
Damn, man, that's a loaded question. I don't know. No, I'm joking. No, you know, it's interesting. So the
You don't have to lean forward. You can just pull that mic close.
Come here, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing?
Hey,
we're
wholesome.
Totally wholesome. We're totally wholesome. So I guess the politically correct answer would be
here. I know that we like to face each other, so I'm gonna fix this ahead of time. We go like this. Boom. We end up facing each other. Oh. Just want to make sure I capture your voice. Yeah. You're good.
You want to come play with it again? So, I guess like the typical answer would be, I see what's trending in the market and I give people what they want to see. But no, I just draw what I want.
And just hope that other people like vibe with the art.
Which I think makes it more stressful because like the red pandas. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with the red pandas.
They're so cute. So we did a shoot today with a bunch of new collection. At the time that we are shooting this episode, it is not released. It is released.
The red pandas are.
Okay, so they are already released. It's that other stuff that we're going to be shooting in the new year. Ooh, I'm excited about that. You know what's cool is you can actually talk about what's coming in the new year because this is coming out in January. So what is some new stuff on the horizon that you like got inspired for that you were like, I can't wait to get this out?
So with Workshop, for the first 7-8 years of the business up until now, it's always been leggings and tops. Leggings, tops, and some swimsuits, but leggings and tops. But now I'm finally like expanding. We have the bicycle length shorts.
Those are so cute.
With
I love
pockets.
Everyone is so obsessed with pockets.
Yeah. Bitches love pockets.
Well, nothing.
Oh, should I say that? We're wholesome.
No, it's okay. We're fine. Bitches exist. That's just a fact of life.
This is true. But then also the tennis skirts also with pockets. That's what I'm the most excited about.
I really love the fact that they actually have pockets because it is one of those weird things. Like, look at these pants. There's no pockets.
Oh yeah, there's no pockets.
There's like 2 back pockets that barely hold anything. They hold a vape. That's about it. They're not even deep enough to like support my phone.
No.
But those actually are. Your entire phone is in your pocket.
Yeah, my whole phone is in my pocket. Hello. I put it back now.
But I am interested because you're like, so you've been doing this for how long?
8 years.
It has been 8 years.
8 years.
Okay.
Wow.
And that started off of, you said, like a Kickstarter as well, right?
Yeah. So I founded Workshop via Kickstarter with an 18-month no interest credit card. That was the beginning of Workshop.
Yeah.
It was just me by myself, like working a full-time job and trying to develop this collection. Like I think between my full-time job and Workshop, the first like 9 months, I was probably, no joke, working between 110 and 120 hours a week. I had no life. Yeah. like I went to work.
What was like the main earner at the time? Like what was your main job?
Well, I used to be the design director at a men's denim company.
Okay.
For 7.5, 8 years before starting Workshop. And it was primarily an exclusive to like Macy's, JCPenney, TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah.
Like the majors.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything in the USA. So it was all international product development. And I used to go to China a lot for work and stuff.
Yeah.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Like,
well, especially, I mean, 8 years on the surface doesn't really seem like a lot of time, but that is so much time, especially in terms of like having built your business like from the ground up, essentially, like having all of that time and all of that personal investment into the business, like that takes up so much energy. It takes up so much like mental and emotional space because you're so tied into it and so invested. So it's like it may not seem that long to some people because it's not even in like double digits, but at the same time it's so much of your life and it's so much of you that's put into it. So it's like,
well, and workshop is my 9th business that the government knows about. The little freelance projects, you know.
yeah, for sure.
Like if I counted every freelance project I had, it'd be like the 40th business. But no, like it was a lot of just resiliency, man. I feel like those little balloons outside the car dealership.
Yeah, the wacky wavy inflatable arm tube man.
I'm a wacky wavy.
David, put one up there. We can wave with it. Actually, wait.
Ooh.
Where did you want to be? You said you wanted to be somewhere right now.
Tahiti.
David, put us in Tahiti. Thank you.
Do they hula in Tahiti?
I don't know. I've never been.
Well, we can go to Hawaii then. Just somewhere with.
We can go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
we can go anywhere. You're gonna enjoy seeing this because you're like, oh my god, I was there.
Oh.
But so as far as like your old business, you said you went to China a bunch of times. Did you go anywhere else? Like, did your old job take you anywhere like exciting besides China, or was it just kind of like mostly that for like the product development being there?
Well, internationally, only China and
Yeah.
only to the factories. It wasn't for tourists. It wasn't anything fun. It was usually, and this is, I'll be totally honest.
Go for it.
When I went to China, my boss would usually send me by myself. I think the longest time I went by myself was just over 6 weeks. I had like food poisoning, all the good stuff that you expect from China. I have so many stories. And then like the one time I went with our then production manager, this dude, like I would work all day. They would take me out to dinner and then I would go to the hotel and sleep and just rinse and repeat every single day. It was just work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. But when the guys go to China, it's kind of work, but mostly just bullshit. And then drink and karaoke and happy endings. And there's no work to be done. Like I had to pick up all the slack. I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't miss it. But I'm just like, wait, you went to karaoke? You had a happy ending?
I want to be happy.
Oh,
I don't feel happy right now.
I don't even have internet, because everything was blocked.
I'm sitting here with food poisoning.
Like I remember the second time I went to China, I was like, I learned that there's no TV, there's no internet, everything is blocked. So I took 50 Shades of Grey with me. That's a horrible read.
Yes, it is.
She murmured, he murmured, she murmured, he murmured, murmur, 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 murmur. I'm like, dude, can you like get a thesaurus, man?
50 Shades of Oh my god. But did you know it was actually written off of like fan fiction of Twilight? So it makes a lot more sense when you think about it from
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Yeah. It's not good.
Murmur, 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 murmur.
He murmured. She murmured. And he said, I'm gonna tie you up, she. Oh my god.
Wait, I just want to say something to everybody on the internet.
On the internet.
I'm apologizing.
Okay.
For how just my brain dead right now. I'm so tired.
Girl, I am so tired. So why don't we actually talk about that? Because we had a long fucking day. So we're both a little bit brain dead. I'm actually gonna smoke this because I am
on a scale
dying.
of 1 to brain dead, I'm like 17.
I'm a fart right now. There's no brain up here. It's a cloud of fart inside of my brain. Like there's nothing that's positive going in there right now. I'm basically clouded. I'm like, I could fall asleep. But then a part of my brain says I might die if I fall asleep. That's the kind of headspace I'm in right now. So we're going to work through this and we're going to talk about our shoot today.
Yes,
because
we had a
the
photo
shoot
shoot
itself was so fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just at that point that I'm tired. And as you guys know, it's lady time. So bear with me.
It's true. It's true.
So what did we shoot today?
We shot my Featherlight collection. It's what I'm wearing. This is honeybees.
I love the honeybees. And I love that your tops are reversible, so you get both different designs.
4-way.
They are
4-way
now.
reversible, yeah. Which this is one of the ways. Maybe we could put a picture or something.
We'll put a picture up here. We'll put up some images from your anyway. So basically, we've been wanting to shoot this product stuff and get like this new video outlet going for your new site drop as well, which I know that it's already been updated by this point, and it's already updated now as we speak, but that's going to be like a whole new edition. And I've watched like your journey this year of like trying to sort out and figure out so many things, like especially after everything that happened with the pandemic. So it was really fun to be able to like actually be on set with you and have you not be the one that has to be taking the photos, because you get to have a little more direction. And I feel like when you're not the one behind the camera and you get to kind of just see what's being created, you just kind of like lit up, especially at like certain shots that you just like saw your artwork like looking that way, and you weren't being like the critical eye through the lens of like, am I getting this shot right? Is it blurry? Is it whatever? So it was really, really cool to see.
It's actually the first time in years that I wasn't behind the lens. Whoa. No, it's pretty rad. I'm excited to see all the footage because we haven't seen anything yet.
No, we just got to basically see what was on the camera itself, and then just being there in the moment at the time. But no, it was cool because this is actually the first time that I've known you that you've been able to come out to me, because I've gone to you every time.
I'm in Vegas.
I know.
I'm in Vegas right now.
I've gone to LA to like do so many shoots with you and just like hang out and stuff like that. It was cool to like be here's the new place. You got to meet all my dogs finally.
Got to witness a dog fight. It was pretty vicious, you guys. It was vicious. Are you gonna show the finger?
You can see this.
Me too.
David. Yeah. Yep, we're black and blue. I made the mistake of thinking that because the dogs were being good and currently not fighting for her attention, that I could go take 5 minutes and curl my hair for the shoot. But no.
I only have 2 hands.
There's 2 hands and 3 dogs, and really, what are you to do?
What am I? I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. They drive me crazy. But I hate them. I love them. I hate them. I love them. You know, it's a losing, winning battle.
It's relatable though. I think anybody out there who has especially more than one dog,
yeah, because it's like, and also if you have 2 dogs, don't talk to me until you have 3, because unless you have 3 hands, I don't think you understand the pain. Like, it's a lot. I love them so much. They've gotten so much better than they used to be though. I remember like there was a while that I was texting you all the time, like showing you Ian's butt, like all bloody, and like my house with the stairs. Like I still have these. Like the scars from that one time, like forever ago.
Is that from the stairs? I remember that. Yeah, there was a fight at the top of the stairs. That was really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good thing you don't have stairs anymore.
Oh God, not having stairs is the best. You know, it's so weird. I was thinking about this with this house. This is like the first house that I've lived in since 2015 that doesn't have stairs. Like I had like weird spiral staircases, like all these weird random places that I would rent and stuff like that. And the amount of times that I've taken myself out and nearly killed myself on staircases is ridiculous. Why did I keep renting places with stairs? Like I have bit it. Like there was this one house lived in Washington, and it was beautiful. Like it looked out over the Puget Sound. Big, nice hardwood floors, like original like wood floors. Beautiful big staircase. I fell down that staircase and up that staircase so many times. I mean, my legs were just lines of bruises from the stairs of just like clattering down. Like people who have watched me on cam, especially during that time period, you'll remember. It was a lot.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm just very clumsy. But like actually shooting with you for the first time made me feel extra clumsy and weird and awkward.
First time?
Yes, going back to shooting with full clothes on.
It was last December. It was a year ago.
You wanna go back to that moment and tell people about that shoot?
Oh no, that was December 2019.
2019. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. She every single picture was like legs as far apart as they can go, and I'm like, can you maybe put your knees a little closer together?
Like, what are we shooting here? And we didn't even know each other that well at the time.
Oh, but it was so funny, man.
It was so But the beginning of that shoot was even better.
Oh gosh.
Because, all right, so we were so excited about the shoot. We planned it out. Like, you shot some lingerie stuff for me too, which was even like funnier because then you were like, okay, now you can spread your.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But we had planned this shoot out, and I remember you sent me the Pure Space stuff for it, like way in advance before you even booked it, because you were like, I really want to shoot here. I was like, oh, and yeah, and so we were super excited about it.
And it's like 40 minutes from my house.
Yeah. And so we were all excited, all pumped in the morning, like, we got everything. And we got all the way down
Drove to downtown.
And we were so music, just and then...
What did I forget? The camera. And the whole fucking camera. I'm sorry, the whole camera. Yeah.
No, you can say that's fine.
Okay.
We're past the 10-minute mark, surely. Yes, we are. All right. So
I can curse now?
Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck, baby. Fuck. But that was basically our mantra at the time. Fuck, fucking fuck. Because we get to the parking lot of this Pure Space and we're going through, grabbing all the bags.
After paying for parking,
she's like,
too.
Oh. I was like, what? Camera. It's like, fuck.
Whole camera.
You looked like under the car seats. Like, I thought you were sort of like taking off door panels, like looking for this camera. And we had a moment where we're like, all right, iPhones. Let's just shoot on the iPhone because it's LA. And you think if you have to go back and forth, it's going to be like an hour trip, and we only had it booked for a certain amount of time.
I think we had a 3-hour booking, and we lost an hour going back and forth to get the camera.
Oh my god. But so we actually did this. We took everything from the car, right? Went all the way up to the Pure Space with the iPhones, thinking we're gonna...
It was terrible.
It was so bad. And so we took, and we could have probably just left our stuff there too. But we didn't, so we take everything out of the Pure Space, which had no elevator.
No, it did.
It did. It was that tiny, weird little elevator, but like the long ass hallway. So we're carrying these bags, get all the way down, drive all the way back,
get the camera,
drive all the way back, and then we only have like another hour and a half.
Yep.
But we got through that. I feel like we kind of hustled that.
Oh, we did fantastic.
Yeah, because we even got through all those laundry pictures too. So we killed it. I'm not gonna lie. But the funniest thing is, do you remember a couple days after I got back to Vegas, I messaged you doing a photo shoot with Marcos up at Mount Charleston, and guess what he forgot?
The SD cards.
But the crazy thing was, you had your SD cards, just not the camera.
What the hell? What
and
is
so
that?
we made the joke. We're like, if the two of you shoot together, we'll make sure we have everything covered.
Hey, and we shot together today.
Yes, we did.
I was doing the behind the scenes.
Well, how much did we get through in like that short amount of time? It was crazy. Killed it. Nothing says I love you like a smooth, hairless, freshly scented ball sack. No matter who's licking your nuts or receiving a picture of your package this Valentine's Day, do everyone a favor. Trim that rainforest of pubes and sweat that's been growing untamed in your boxers. Support for the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast is brought to you today by Manscaped, and I'm so excited about this, fam. You know how often I talk about the importance of manscaping and balls? Well, Manscaped has sent me their performance package, and this is the 4.0 package, gentlemen and ladies. I bought the Lawnmower 3.0 for my man ages ago, long before they were kind enough to sponsor me, and Manscaped products just keep getting better. Men, listen up, and ladies too. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your jewels. Nobody wants to floss with pubes, so treat yourself or your partner to a smooth sack this Valentine's Day. It's time to give the gift that 4 million men worldwide trust from Manscaped. They're the leader in below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped has you covered for everything related to your sack. Love your nuts, and don't nick or scratch them. The Lawnmower 4.0 has safeguard technology that reduces the risk of those painful grooming accidents, as well as an LED spotlight that helps avoid missing any stray hairs and leaves those testes looking their besties. The perfect package for your perfect package isn't complete without the Weed Whacker, and I'm actually probably going to use this because I also have nose hairs. If you want to clear the weeds out of your nose and ears, this little guy will take care of you. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts: their Shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs to keep your boys stored comfortably. You can throw away those fraying undies and slip into comfort before slipping into something or someone else. We all sweat, but you can keep your crack dry with their ball deodorant. If you're short on time, they have these amazingly scented crop wipes that keep your balls fresh for the next tongue that comes your way. You want to be prepared for anything, and you want to feel cool and confident, and that's the effect you'll get with Manscaped. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner are cruelty-free, dye-free, paraben-free, and vegan, so you can feel even better about what you're putting on your sack. Go to manscaped.com for our exclusive offer of 20% off and free shipping with my code TWND. Get the gift for yourself or someone else in your life with hairy balls and see why 4 million men worldwide continue to use Manscaped. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use my code TWND at checkout. Thank you for listening, and we thank Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast.
We did a lot tonight. Oh, I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be so cool. And actually, by this point, we can show some of the stuff here. So I'll give it to David and we'll show you some of the...
Oh, wait.
Get some of your promo.
Is this what Vanna White does? Something like this? Okay. Can I buy a vowel? Wait, what? Hi. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I actually really love this sweater. Sorry, I just touched it and I was like, oh my god.
It's so soft. It's alpaca.
Oof, it's very nice. I love it. That's actually one of the things that I like about like the leggings like this and stuff with all like the crazy patterns is that you can wear something so simple with it and then all of a sudden it's not really workout clothes.
Yeah.
I really like
think
that.
What I've been evolving towards is clothing that you want to wear every day, fashionable, like date night shit.
Yeah.
That just happens to be made in performance fabrics.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, I don't know.
Well, even this that magically appeared. It matches my pants randomly.
I think that looks great together.
Yeah, it's super cute. And it's very comfy. And it makes sure that all of my Titas are safe for the tubes. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Workshop. Oh, but no, actually, but the funny thing is I've shot for you so many times too that you've given me so many clothes.
Yeah.
That I have an entire drawer that is only like an entire drawer, and then I also have a shelf in my closet that is that as well. But because I have so much, I've given some to friends and they love it too. My friend who does like a lot of like running and hiking and stuff like that, she loves like the triathlon ones, like the compression ones. Personally, I feel like I know that they're good quality because I've worn them and I've even utilized them, but I hate compression. I hate it so much. It's not like, I feel like those, like this, like the little tubey things that you squeeze sausage into.
A casing?
Yeah. I feel like a sausage case. Wait, no. I feel like the sausage goo. They feel like the casing. Either way, I feel like a sausage. And it's not even that they're like uncomfortable. It's just the fact that it feels like I'm being grabbed at all times. And but some people love that.
I fucking love it.
But see,
I feel like saying. Well, okay, this is really cute.
But I like the athleisure ones because they make me feel naked.
And the featherlight even more.
The featherlight even more.
It's
except
like
for the bell bottoms because there's except
sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Except for the bell bottoms because there's weight to them. But like the legging ones that I wore today, naked. I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's kind of like naked.
Like okay, so actually, Rewind. So, I got this email from a woman like maybe 6 years ago now. I wish I would have like printed it out and framed it. I gotta find that shit in the Googles, you know, in the Gmail, in the Googs. But I got this email from a woman, and she said that she wished that she could make a menopause care package for every woman of certain age that had a bottle of red wine, a box of like decadent chocolates, and a pair of workshop triathlon capri leggings. Because she said that whenever she puts on her triathlon compression leggings, that it makes her feel like she lost 15 pounds. It holds everything in, and it makes her not feel bad about indulging in the chocolate and the wine. And I thought it was so cute.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, I love the good emails. Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
It's not COVID, it's just allergies.
Just two?
I'm sorry?
Just two?
2 sneezes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like so many. And then sometimes it's just not that many, but then my eyes just water a lot.
Mine's always 1 or 3. Always. I don't recall ever having a 2 sneezer. Yeah.
My sneezes are like sometimes super violent. Like actually the last time that I filmed a solo episode of this, I sneezed so violently that it hurt. I was like, my whole hair got fucked up. Like that's how hard I sneezed. I like watched it later, like, because I didn't obviously see it. I'm sorry, see it happen. So watching it later, I was just like, good lord, it just looks very violent. But how did you actually like deal like with being a small business during the pandemic? Because like I met you so shortly before that happened, and then it's like, you know, we couldn't even barely see each other. Right. It had to be like so safe with everything. Like so many times I like came through and we couldn't even see each other at the time because it was like you just never know because there were so many restrictions.
So many. Well, I mean, I cannot speak for small business owners in like, you know, all over the country. But in California, where like so many restrictions, I think California had some of the most restrictions in the country, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It was intense. So when California did its first lockdown, which was March 13th, 2020, because my birthday is the 14th, and I was like, no.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. I'm sorry. But we played so many games.
Oh, I love the boggles.
I love boggles.
Boggles and darts and virtual beer pong.
I know.
We play all the games.
Sometimes we don't even text each other for days and we'll just like randomly send each other a game. As always. I love it. But I'm sorry. I'm stoked.
Rewind.
Back on. Rewind. All right. So, shutdown happened.
Yes.
March 13th. Your birthday, March 14th. And then the hellstorm of a pandemic as a small business owner with 4 people in your business.
Including myself.
Including herself. And I have known because I have go to her studio all the time. There's only 4. And then me makes 5.
You know, so the first lockdown in California was for all non-essential businesses. And I'm one of those people that I follow the rules probably too much. I care too much. So when California locked down for non-essential businesses, I called my 2 full-time employees. And I was like, dude, I don't think we can open on Monday because we're not an essential business. I mean, we make clothing.
Yeah, we make luxury clothing.
Yeah, you know, I was like, shit, you know, let's not come to the office on Monday. We'll use your vacation time, figure it out, and I just don't know. Well, California kept extending the lockdown.
No one knew anything at that point of like what you could really do, like what was essential versus not. So did you have to just like guess?
Well, and what was so crazy is like it ended up my 2 full-time employees had to go on unemployment because it just kept going on and we didn't know what to do. And then I found out that my competitors were still operating. And I'm like, how the hell are these people still operating? And I'm shut down. I don't understand it. And then I contacted the mayor of Monrovia on Facebook, and I'm like, "Hello, local business here.
Can I operate?
Can I make face masks? That's essential, right?"
Yeah.
And he wrote back saying, "Well, I guess." He didn't even know.
So like nobody knows what's going on. You're like,
He
I have people that I need to pay, myself included.
Like I was like, "Cool."
Yeah,
you guess I'll take that.
Better
Rock
ask
and roll.
forgiveness and permission. Like,
So I just started by myself making like 50 prototypes of face masks to try to make it fit. And as soon as I figured out how to make a face mask,
remember you sent me the first prototype, then I made that little video, like standing outside where I'm just like in a face mask.
You know what though? The face mask saved my business last year. I still get hate mail from it. Some people will comment on my Facebook ads saying, "Well, I was gonna buy leggings, but you make masks, so now I can't." And I'm like, "Cool."
You make masks that people are required to wear, so I'm gonna boycott you. Excuse me, bitch.
Or I get like messages saying saying that I'm trying to promote face masks while you do yoga, which is like the opposite of yoga breathing. And I'm like, dude, I'm making face masks so you can go to the grocery store, man.
How about you do this? How about you put on your full matching workshop outfit, right? Go do yoga in the fucking park away from people where you can breathe fresh air. And then you have your matching face mask when you go into your fucking Starbucks because that's your essential fucking coffee. So shut the fuck up, Karen. God damn it. Leave Tina alone. I am so tired of hearing, not because I'm tired of hearing from you. You can tell me all your problems anytime that you ever need. I love you so much. But you cunts, leave her alone.
Be nice.
You need to be nice. 4 people work here. 4.
Total.
They're doing the best they can. They are small.
We're itty bitty.
And your meanness is big.
It's so big.
I just don't understand the point of like, so even people trolling me, for instance, I get it. I'm a little polarizing, but like you make clothes. You make clothes. Like why do people have to bring their own bullshit basically onto a small business page that makes clothing? It's like there are so many options to buy clothing from other people. If you don't support one business, you can just not shop there. Like I don't really understand the targeted hate, especially it just bothers me because we're so close. And when I see like how much that kind of rampant but also like unbacked like negativity affects you, it's like it's so rough and it hurts because it's just like I know what kind of person you are, and I know that because you're like so tied to workshop, then when those comments occur, it's like you take them to heart personally.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the comments, a lot of the troll or evil comments I get, they feel personal, you know? Like, I actually had a comment and this was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It was on one of my Facebook ads. The worst comments are always on the ads, always. But this woman, she actually, or dude, I don't know, this human, maybe a human, maybe not a human. I don't know,
maybe a robot.
This thing commented on the Facebook ad, and it said,
entity.
well, it called me a scam and said that I was stealing because they could find the exact same leggings on Amazon for $13. And it's like the leggings I sell on my site are made in LA with my personal original artwork.
Yeah.
When you find the exact same thing on Amazon, it's counterfeit.
Yeah.
So like someone's just like commenting on my ads, calling me a scam because
it's like, wouldn't you
my art got stolen?
Wouldn't you think that the cheaper option would probably be the fake, as they usually are? Like a fake Gucci purse isn't going to cost as much as a real Gucci purse. Like it's just like that kind of weird logic. But then also you're going to attack a small business's artwork in favor of Amazon. Like, oh,
I hate Amazon.
Doesn't Bezos have enough of your money?
Oh my god, he's going to space. Why can't you just stay there?
No, he's going to the atmosphere.
It's not
that impressive. Calm down, Bezos. But it's like, I just don't, it's just like, for me, I think, especially, I feel like, do you think that a lot more of that kind of negativity popped up during the pandemic?
I think the
And in a
pandemic
way,
brought the
because people
worst
are
out.
just like stuck at home, bored out of their
Yes.
fucking minds,
Yes.
can't do anything, frustrated with their own bullshit. But it's like, why don't you go then like troll Amazon? But I feel like maybe it's because they're like, oh, of course Amazon isn't going to give me a fucking reaction, but here's a very small business who like engages, because you engage back with like with comments and stuff like that, especially positive ones. Yeah, and you do it in a way that's positive. Even your responses to the negativity, I find positive.
I try.
And
I have snaps now and
tell
then,
her
but-
I tell her to be a lot meaner, but she doesn't listen to me. So but what I'm saying is that you're such like a sweet person, and I feel like it even comes across that way through, you know, the business's social media page. And I feel like because they can get a reaction in some way or another, it's like people just want attention. But it's like you could get positive attention too, like maybe, you know, something, you know, good could come out of, you know, commenting or collaborating or like whatever, you know.
Did I tell you? I was like maybe 2 months ago, some guy commented on one of my ads, and it was, and his comment was, get the fuck off my page. I fucking hate you. Your fucking clothes are horrible. Fuck you. And I wrote back and I was like, dude, just click the 3 dots in the corner and just click on stop showing me this, because you commented on the ad, which means the algorithm thinks you like it, and you're going to keep seeing it.
It's going to keep giving it to you.
Please, just click the 3 dots, dude. You know?
Some people don't understand the internet.
But I was just like, you're wasting my money now because you're engaging, and I have to pay per impression.
Yeah, and freaking those ads are no joke. Like,
oh
the
my
cost.
God. It's ridiculous for active apparel.
And to like play the game, it's like if you want to be relevant at all, you have to like play into the system. But it's like nobody even understands the system. It's like the people that you hired to do certain things, you're just like, do you even know what you're doing?
It's always the iOS update is evil, and it's the
here's this thing that it's my job to know about, but I don't know about it yet, so you have to keep paying me while I figure it out. What?
There's always a third-party app that can help. Always. And it's always
costs more money.
So expensive. I'm just like at a point I give up.
No. But it's so frustrating, like, especially because there's no correct science to know how to gain more engagement or
well, I think
to
what
like
Simon
grow
said earlier was
organically.
accurate. You have to be polarizing. People have to either really, really, really love you or really, really, really hate you.
Yep.
So you get like the love-hate followers who will fight amongst each other. That's how you grow.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not polarizing.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
I know. I know. How do we get you polarizing? We need to brainstorm this. I need to corrupt you a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe I should just start running your marketing. I am totally wholesome after all.
I think I'm getting contact just sitting next to you.
You can't. I put it out forever ago.
Wait, what?
I put it out forever ago.
Oh.
I think that you're just seeing my high face. And it's making you...
That's contagious. Maybe.
But like, so, and here's one of the things too, like, because we do talk about it like so frequently, because you and I both get trolls of different sorts, and I feel like we both technically run businesses. Mine is just weird and very multifaceted and all over the place, and I don't even understand it half the time. So we kind of like get each other on the troll stuff, and I encourage you to like stand up for yourself more, and you encourage me to be nice.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, a little bit.
But like,
no, I think, well, I don't tell you to be nice to the trolls.
No, but
because they don't deserve nothing.
But you have encouraged me to rephrase things in ways that are kinder in the past with certain conversations, even not necessarily with trolls, just in general life situations. I'll corrupt you a little, you make me a little nicer, and we all win. So, but what was I saying? I was saying about like, because running a small business, you are so invested in it. Like, I feel this the same way with me, like where there's like me and as an individual and me as like the entertainment entity that's, you know, on camera all the time. But it's sometimes difficult to separate all that negative criticism, especially when it seems so unfounded and like out of nowhere. Like how have you found basically dealing with that, like mentally and emotionally? Because it seems like this past year has been so difficult, like overall for everyone. And you know, I feel like
I don't. I don't have any like good coping mechanisms. I read this shit and I'm like, and then I try to forget about it, and usually I can't. It's like when people when they attack workshop, right? So yeah, my business has a total of 4 employees, myself included. I have one person that sews. That's what she does. Maria sews very, very well.
Good job, Maria.
Good job. And I have Alfredo, who does the quality control and helps me print fabric. Does a great job.
Good job, Alfredo.
They are in absolutely no capacity customer facing. They have never touched email or social media in any way. And then Melissa helps me, like she, helps me ship like the printing labels, and she writes handwritten thank you notes on the orders, which is awesome. But she also does not communicate with the customers really on email.
So
no
that
one touches
all
it.
falls on you.
So I'm doing all the product development, all of the management, all of the business operations, bookkeeping, budgeting, licensing, and dun dun dun, the worst thing in the world, customer service and social media. So it's like I feel like a punching bag
into one big evil.
Yeah, I feel like a punching bag probably more often than not.
Yeah,
and I don't handle it well, dude.
It's a difficult thing to. Well, because even I remember like at the before Corona times, BC.
Oh yeah,
we have a new BC now.
Yeah.
You even had more employees then.
Yeah.
And that fell off, and you had, things happen with that to bring it down to this point. And then so it's like an even closer little family basically working together, but still like 95% of all the task and responsibility like falls to you, because they do so much that you obviously wouldn't be able to do on your own. But it's like to run a business that operates on the level that yours does while only having 4 total employees, including the owner, that's a huge load. Like, I don't think most people would be able to handle it like stellar all the time. You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Oh man, yeah. Before BC, before COVID, at one point I had 8 employees, but right before COVID, there were 5 of us. But I had someone actually doing customer service, and when we get like a real Karen, for lack of better words, they'd come to me and ask me like, how should I reply to this? And we would talk about it, but I didn't have to actually deal with them.
Yeah.
So it didn't affect me the same way when I had like a buffer, someone in between.
And I feel like it probably weighed extra heavy, especially at a time that there was so much uncertainty with the business. And then also on top of like being stuck alone in your house for the most part, or like losing that other person during the customer service. You already had that loss, and then you also had to take on yet another responsibility at a time that everybody became also stuck at home and more negative. And so you got to take on all the extra negativity. So I don't think anyone would be properly equipped to deal with that.
COVID definitely brought out the worst in people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You okay?
Yeah.
Were those sneezes?
Yeah.
Those are the cutest little sneezes ever.
I have a wide variety. I tell you, my sneezes are fucking weird. Like, I don't understand it. I get this tickle, and I'm like, I fucking know it's dog hair. Like right in the back of my nose, and then I feel myself swallow it. I'm like, cool. I love them. They shed so much, even shaved. I'm like, how is there this much fluff floating around? But I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. You were talking about all the extra added responsibility and all the negativity that especially came with COVID and how it brought out the worst in people.
You know what? I will say, I'm sure anybody who's watched your videos for more than 5 minutes, you laugh a lot. You always joke a lot.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
my trauma.
I feel like I do a lot of the same, like with the customers. I'll get really worked up and like, oh, are you serious? And then I try to just laugh it off.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
Yeah.
We've
made fun of a lot of trolls together. Those texts stay private forever. Tina is very wholesome unless she's around me.
So wholesome.
But I think that that's good though, because all right, so for instance, you have all these frustrations with that stuff, but you don't ever present it that way. So it's good to have someone like me or like anyone that you would do this with to basically get that frustration out without having to put it out in public. And it's like maybe a lot of people don't have that, and that's why they are trolls, because they don't have someone else to like vent all their frustrations out and like say all the shit they want to say just to a friend who's not going to judge you. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I would imagine the trolliest of the trolls are just horrible humans 100% of the time. Like maybe they do have people to vent to and they just never not vent.
Oh, I've known those people.
Yeah. And I feel like there's been more and more of those people since COVID. You know, like they're safe behind their screen. They can say and do whatever they want, and they don't realize there's a real human on the other side reading it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that so many chat bots, like when you communicate with the business now, you never know if there's a human or a bot on the other side. I hate when I email a company personally and I get back like an obvious copy paste.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, cool, thank you for nothing.
So maybe that makes people a little bit more jaded and thinking
just,
they could say whatever they want.
I think so. And just like the assumption that especially like a big entity, like people assume perhaps the workshop, you know, either because of like you're basically like a luxury type brand, you know, like people ask like, well, you know, why are they idiot? Because they will last forever, like a freaking Toyota. Okay, they're amazing. They're so good. That's why. And it's like, and they're handmade. They're made in the US. Like, well, not all of them, but you do
almost
have
everything. Yeah.
Yes.
I just started making some stuff in Colombia at a beautiful solar powered facility. I'm so stoked over it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. But it is also one of those things that like because of things like all the restrictions put in place, it's like, and all the added cost of all the restrictions that California had on small businesses that couldn't absorb it, it's like you have to look for options elsewhere.
California is so hard for small business. It's like, I mean, I'm all about like living wages, you know, a minimum wage that someone can live off of in whatever community that they live in, right? But it's like people don't understand that, you know, if minimum wage is, let's say, $15, I have to pay more than that because it's specialized, right? But the money doesn't just go to the person. Payroll taxes, workers' compensation insurance, unemployment insurance, all of these taxes, fees, and liabilities are so high. Like, I wish I could pay my employees more, but instead it's like all going to red tape.
Yeah. And it's like, well, where does the money go? It's like there's not any transparency on that front. And then I remember there was even for a while when it first started, I wanted to come like visit you. Do you remember? And like I didn't understand at the time, like I knew you were afraid of like COVID and stuff like that, but I also didn't understand to the extent of, I think I either missed it or maybe we didn't fully discuss it, but I didn't realize until much later that if any COVID
ended up in my facility.
Yes. Yeah. Tell them what would happen.
Well, I'm actually not sure what's happening now because so many
But
restrictions
at the
were
time,
lifted.
when there was that big...
Well, I was scared because, like, if any of my employees would have gotten COVID, even if they got it when they went to the grocery store, like, they could get it anywhere. But if someone got COVID and said that they got it inside my studio, and you can't know, who knows where anybody gets anything, you
Yeah.
know? But if they said they got it inside my studio, I would have had to have been liable
And
to...
it's just he said, she said in favor of that without, because it's like, how do you track
You
that?
can't track it. You can't.
But then you could just put all the blame on a company. Maybe a big company like Amazon would be able to obviously absorb that.
Send them home for 2 weeks,
But when
paid,
you're
blah,
working
blah, blah.
already on all these other restrictions and all the things that you had to do and pay for, and when people aren't buying things as much because it's not essential and because everyone's out of work, it's like, how are you expected as a small business to absorb that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, like, because it's different now because of the vaccine and everything, but last year it was like, if someone on premises would have gotten COVID, this was back when we were like an essential business, right? Like, if someone would have gotten it, we would have to completely shut down for 2 weeks because anybody who is in close proximity would have to quarantine. And if you only have 3 people, of course everybody's in close proximity. So I was just terrified that...
And it's a small studio. It's like you operate out of such a small space.
But I was like, if I shut down for 2 weeks, how am I going to continue paying everybody? But I can't ship orders either if I'm shut down and can't be there. So it was so stressful.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mean, it's not as bad now. I mean, my staffs were vaccinated. Hopefully no one gets sick. Yeah. No one has. We've all been really lucky.
That's good.
But yeah, last year I was the person that was like elbows 6 feet apart.
Oh, I know.
Waving.
I remember because like the couple times that we met up, we did elbows. Like, bleep that out, David.
You were like, what? What?
You said. It's okay. It was bleep it out.
What did I do? Did I just now?
Yeah.
I did? Are you serious?
It's okay. It's okay.
Autopilot.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's why we have a bleeper.
Did I just...
It's okay.
Wow, I have no idea what I said. Beep. Beep. Beep, beep, beep.
It doesn't matter. The ex gave out all the information anyway. I'm just going to make it harder for you guys. Oh my God. But anyway.
I did that.
No, don't worry about it. But yeah, so we were doing elbows. We were like, I remember even when I came through like back in January, we did all outside and we sat like cat a corner on a picnic table and we're like,
but dude, remember the picnic table outdoors had use at your own discretion signs.
Yeah.
Like use with caution, sanitize before you sit at a picnic table outside. So California
so obviously,
is a little bit more
pulled the
stressful.
Clorox wipes out of my butthole and I wiped down the entire bench seat. Then I also sprayed foam hand sanitizer on top and we just rubbed it all down.
She says this now, but I actually did sanitize the table. Now, I forgot that you did that.
I forgot that you did that.
This is true. I did.
Okay, this is a true story. Oh my God.
Well, okay, so I've always been like not like crazy OCD or anything, but I am that person that will, lock, unlock, relock the door.
Yeah. I've had times where I like drive back home because I can't remember if I shut my garage door.
I have done this probably at least twice a week.
It's always shut.
But one time it won't be.
But the one time that we don't check, it will be open.
But like,
oh my God.
So okay, so when I first moved to Los Angeles, right, and this is a true story, I lived at like First and Figueroa, and I worked like a mile away. And I didn't have money to pay for parking. Yeah. So I would walk to and from work. And this was like right when I first moved there. I'm just walking to work. And I glance up and there's this homeless homie on the other side of the street. And he's like screaming at me. And I'm like, oh, like, please.
I'm deaf. I can't.
Yeah. I just kind of like.
That's what you do. Okay. So anyone who has walked through the streets of LA knows. if people start shouting at you or saying things to you, you just look straight ahead. You pretend that you are a horse with little blinders on, and you just trot along, motherfucker, because you do not want to engage.
Well, and this is why you don't want to engage. Because, okay, so 18-year-old Tina, the guy's screaming at me. I try to ignore him, but I look up. He whips out his willy and just like starts peeing on the button you pushed across the sidewalk. Like, woo! Eye contact with me, peeing on the push button sign. You know what I mean? Like when you want to cross the street. So ever since
the yellow button,
yes, I do not touch them anymore because someone has peed on them.
I hip bump, touch it with your shoe,
kick it.
Don't touch it. Guys, pee on it. People, they've probably come on it. There is cum
on the button,
on the button, and you think that they wash those? They don't. It doesn't rain a lot.
It doesn't rain a lot in LA.
Do not touch the button.
Don't touch the button.
Even when, do you remember? Oh my god. So do you remember after the shoot, because we felt so bad, this is the one that we left the camera at home and had to go back and get it anyway, and we went and got macaroons. I actually had that as like a remembrance like video the other day from my Snapchat.
Oh really?
When we got macaroons, because we were crossing the street eating them.
Oh, those were so good.
But we did the same thing then, and I remember because I didn't touch the button with my hand and I did it with my knee, and you're like, oh, I do that. It's like one of our first connecting moments.
We bonded.
Macaroons,
we bonded
like,
over don't touch the button.
I'm so sorry, David. I'm such a spaz. I feel like, okay, so I started thinking about this, and I'm like, why do I sit at a table for this? Like, I think that maybe I need to change the setup so I am like on a couch that I can like flail around upon, and then like keep the mics away, and that way I'm not bumping into anything. You know what I mean? Because I flail and I'm whacking the things. We'll think about it, David. We'll figure something out. All right.
Whack, whack. Oh, well, I was going to say, I mean, I've always, okay. So the button thing.
Yes.
Ever since I've kept hand sanitizer in my purse, like this was 20 years ago, right? So I feel like, and also, I had a severe allergic reaction to a hepatitis immunization.
Oh, yes.
And it's like a 3-part shot, right? Mm-hmm. So I had one of the 3 shots, and the doctor said, you cannot go to Asia, because I passed out. I almost died. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I have to for work. So I still went, even though I wasn't supposed to, because I wasn't immunized. But the whole time I'm in China, it's like no raw fruits, no raw vegetables. If I shake a hand, quietly sanitize when no one's looking, so I'm not being rude. So when COVID came around, I'm like, I got this, man.
I got been preparing for this my whole life.
Like, I'm queen of hand sanitizer, elbows.
I've always been like, I've had hand sanitizer in my purse for as long as I could shop at Bath and Body Works.
Because it
like,
smells good.
As long as they've been carrying those little things, like, because they always have the cute little holders for them. I had a dinosaur once that you press his head and he went,
no way.
Yeah.
I want one.
But yeah, I've always been like a hand sanitizer person. But then on the same note, like, while I hand sanitize when I feel like things are gross, like especially after like pumping gas or something, like for the most part, it's like I didn't get like vaccines, and like I don't get like the flu shot every year or anything like that, and I don't really get sick that often. Like whenever I get sick, it's always been strep throat. And then when I did have COVID, I was like, damn, this is better than strep throat. And I felt so bad for like anyone else I knew who got it and had like a bad reaction to it, because for me it was like nothing. Like I was just it was so tired. I remember like I was telling you at the time, like I was just so tired, and that was it. Yeah. Like, I got off really easy, I guess.
I've not been sick since before COVID. I've never been tested for COVID, because I've never been sick during this whole, almost 2 years. But from the people I know who've had it, you included, it's been like
a breeze.
No, like wide. I mean, my uncle passed away.
Widespread, yeah.
And my uncle passed away. My family had it bad, but then like a lot of my friends, like, oh, I just can't taste nothing, but I'm fine. Yeah. So it's like a really wide. Everybody had a different experience from it. Yeah. I mean, I feel really bad for like I have some family that, like my cousin in New York, he fought like 104-degree fever for 10 days. Like, wow. Oh my God, that sounds horrible. And my mom had it really bad too.
Yeah, like I felt so bad because like I didn't even have, like I had a little bit of a fever, like maybe the first day or two, but it was so mild. And then like, but there was no respiratory, there was no like sore throat, like nothing.
Yeah.
It was just,
you're lucky.
yeah, very, very lucky. It was cool. I was like, and it was so funny when I did get it, because I was like, damn, I've been so safe. Like, and I still got it. But maybe it was because I was so safe that I didn't like get it as bad or whatever, like just being healthy and like trying to do the things as much as possible. And
I think there is some
I don't know.
truth to the viral load. Like how much exposure you've had.
This is a wholesome podcast.
I'm like, what the fuck? Edit that out. I don't know why I always like get excited like this, and Brian says
Because
it
you're
looks
just like, oh, 2 hands, Mom. Sorry, Mom. Who am I kidding? You don't watch this. Right.
But no, I think there is some truth to like the viral load.
Yeah.
You know, how much of it you're exposed to, you know? So maybe, you know, being careful made it not as bad. I know when my mom got it, she was with my uncle who passed. But she was with him at the hospital for like 9 hours, and no one knew he had COVID. So like, I'm sure she was exposed to like a heavy dose. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah. I'm not a scientist, obviously.
We're not doctors or scientists. She makes clothes. I put them on and
take them off.
But not like for pictures. Well, sometimes, I'm sorry, but like not for your pictures. So it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to promote. She makes men's clothing as well.
I do.
Oh. Right there, David. Doesn't it look so nice?
Is this Simon?
It could
Simon.
be. Hi, baby. Oh my god.
This has to be Simon now.
Okay. Oh my lord.
My cheeks hurt from laughing.
I'm sorry. This is so funny looking. Oh my god. But so as far fuck, I lost. We always do this, we get so giggly.
This is normal for us though. I don't think we ever like have complete coherent thoughts, because we usually like
we don't
stop and just start laughing.
I know. Yeah. It's okay. I like that, because see, that's I love hanging out with you, and it's like you're one of the most like genuine people that I have met in so long. Like, count on like one hand the amount of people I know like that. And like, you just make me feel so comfortable all the time. Like, from the minute I met you, I felt like we've been friends for like forever.
Oh yeah. Well, I met you one day, but we didn't spend too much time together, because you like came at the very, very end of a shoot. But then we hung out the very next day.
I know, and then we did sugarfish.
And then she couldn't get rid of me.
No. Couldn't get rid of me. I was like, can I come back in December?
Yeah. Sugarfish. Yum, 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 yum.
Speaking of sugarfish, is there anything else that you would like to talk about via your brand? Anything like that? Like what like is new and upcoming for you? Because this will be released in like January, and I know that you have some new stuff coming down the pipeline. So is there anything that you want to talk about? Or
well, I mean, we talked about it a itty bitty bit at the beginning.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we remind people where they can find your awesome stuff.
www.workshop with an E. WEIKSHOP.com.
Wait, that was beautiful.
Well, so oops,
no, you're good.
We're gonna dream.
Dream big.
I like holding pillows.
I know. I like to have them just in case people like to snuggle something.
I'm a snuggler. Well, all the new stuff I have on queue for 2022. I'm a poet. It's all my artwork.
Yeah.
Right. So in January, hopefully at least by Valentine's Day, I have my new tarot and zodiac collections.
I've seen those. Those are so cool. I can't wait for those to come out.
Dude, I'm so stoked.
What is like, because you're an artist and it's like, this is the brand that you build. Like, what is your favorite artwork that you have? Or like, what was, and also, what was like the first artwork that you put out as like workshops like?
You know what? It's really interesting. So I was hanging out with a friend of mine before workshop was a thing, before the Kickstarter. I was hanging out with this dude, we were, I don't know, eating something. We were somewhere eating something. And then he's like, you should do Sugar Skull, you know? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, on leggings, Dia de los Muertos, you should do Sugar Skull, you know? And it's such a big thing in LA, right?
And they're so pretty.
Well, like, he gave me the idea and I ran with it. I went home and it took me like probably 50 to 60 hours to do that artwork start to finish.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's become the number one, like, best-selling, most iconic design for workshop.
Yeah.
It's so funny though, because like every once in a while someone will try to attack me for cultural appropriation, and I'm like, you know, I want to talk to people about cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. You know?
Let's talk about it, because I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's a very important distinction that people make, because I think that you can have an appreciation for something without laying any claim to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, otherwise, like, what is the point of travel and souvenirs and like seeing the world or appreciating other cultures and like other ideas and other art design and other things like that? And there's a point, it's not like you invented sugar skulls.
No.
You know, it's something that you find beautiful and that is representative. I finished the word representative of the area that you live in and the area that workshop started in.
And I have so many Hispanic friends, and we dress up for Dia de los Muertos. You know, I live in LA. It's a very Hispanic community also.
And aren't your employees as well?
All of my employees are. Yeah, all.
And so
all
it's
three.
like, and it's when it goes back to that thing of like people not understanding everything that goes on behind the business and like the people running it and the people who care about it. It's like nobody knows that. And so you can make all these assumptions and throw all these things out there to get some attention on social media, but it's like you don't know the full story of people.
Yeah.
But that you look so sad.
Well, it's like, I don't know. I feel like people are so sensitive and just trying to call other people out when it's like it's not malicious. Like, I didn't try to steal culture. I was trying to celebrate it, you know? But man.
And I think also like the popularity of the design, and you say that it is like to date like your bestseller and your most popular brand. And so I think that's why it's easy to look at it and our brain automatically goes to the negative that we see. But that doesn't speak to the number of people who obviously appreciate and love that artwork and design. And you know what I mean?
Actually,
so
yeah, you're right. I would say, I mean, it is my best-selling artwork.
But it's so easy to take those things to heart when it's like when you want to just explain, no, it's like this, but it's like, you know, they're not going to listen anyway, and it's like they'll never check back to care, and if so, they'll just have the next little negative jab to make, and it's hard because you want to fight back because it's your baby, you know, it's like your business, it's a piece of you.
No, you're 100% right. It's like, I don't know how many. I think I've sold probably 10,000 pairs of Sugar Skull specifically in the last 8 years. But it's like so easy to overshadow that, I guess, relative success with 5 people attacking me on social media.
Exactly. But it's like, and that's why it's like, but at the time that you see it, you're just like, like, I just want you to understand. And it's so easy to like internalize that like hate, you know, from people that we don't even know, and it just like builds inside of us. You're like, but then it's funny to step back and be like, well, yeah, over 10,000, like obviously there's over 10,000 people who love this, but here's these 5 people that I can't stop focusing on because I'm just wondering why I'm offending people for no reason. But that's the thing. It's like it's being offended for the sake of being offended.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just saying, don't take it to heart because I know that you're wonderful.
Yeah. You know, I like to live by the thumper philosophy. Do you know what I mean?
I believe so, but I haven't seen Bambi in so long.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. But it's true, man.
It is true.
It's true. Like
People need to learn some fucking respect.
just to not be a.
Say it. Say it. Don't be a what, Tina? Don't be a. It rhymes with itch.
No, it doesn't.
Does it rhyme with bunt?
It does.
Don't be a bunt, for fuck's sake.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Wait, these air on Monday. Fuck. Oh my god. But so, barring the 5 people who have a problem with you making Sugar Skull because they're sad and pathetic and no one loves them, what is like your favorite design that you've made?
Oh gosh, you know what? That's like asking you to pick your favorite doggy. Like
Ein. I mean, I love them all equally. Ein, if you're listening, I love you so much. But anyway, maybe a top 5 or top 3.
Well, Sugar Skull would definitely be up there for sure. Shit, man, I do love the honeybees that I'm wearing. The red pandas are so cute.
The red pandas did come out really
They're
cute.
so cute.
I really like the Thunderbird ones. Those came out so cool.
I gave you those, right?
Yeah. I like the little booty scoop of them. I like it.
The wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like just seeing like when you send me little stuff like, you know, because you love them all so much, it's obviously hard to pick, and you've done so much amazing artwork over 8 years of time that it's probably difficult to like pour through and be like, it would be like, okay, so here's a better comparison, because I've been doing my job for about 9 years. It would be like asking me to pick what my favorite scene is. I don't even remember all of my scenes. So how about that?
Now apologize to the people you don't remember who were there.
I am sorry if I don't remember you, but I hope I gave you pleasure.
Oh.
Love you guys. I mean, girls, let's be honest. Anyway. Oh my god. I think we've been smiling too much. I think that perhaps, would you like to wrap this up and get ready for our event this evening? I'm gonna go traumatize Tina. It's gonna be really fun. I'm super excited for it. Are you ready to be on stage?
Oh dear God.
And on that note, you can follow Workshop on Instagram at WERKSHOP. Work it with Workshop. And keep in mind, they also do have clothing for dudes as well, and it's super awesome.
Yoga mats.
What else? What else do you have? I know you have scrunchies now.
Scrunchies.
The matching scrunchies. And if we still need face masks in the new year, do you still provide those?
Yeah, they don't really sell much anymore, but I got them.
If you still need face masks, buy them from her.
I don't have one on me right now.
That's all right.
But yeah, leggings, swimsuits, tops,
men,
skirts,
and women,
shorts, men's, yoga mats,
all the things. So I think if anything that we can leave you guys with, think about what you say before you say it. Consider the fact that there are people behind those companies who care about them very dearly, and keep in mind that you don't know everything about them, right?
This is true. This is true.
So just be kinder, I think, is a good overall thought.
Yeah.
Be kinder, laugh more, and we'll see you next Monday. Thank you for listening.
See you next Monday.
Come.
Kandama. Kanm.
Bye.